Next, we go behind the scenes to one of television's most popular and talked about shows. We'll tell you how you can have a Downton Abbey vacation coming up next. Nearly 8 million viewers tuned in to see the season premiere of Downton Abbey this week. I'm guilty as charged. But how about pretending to be Lord or Lady Grantham for a day? We have the top travel tips to get the real Downton Abbey experience on a commoner's budget. With more on this, Mark Murphy, travel expert. Great to have you here. So I think this is the most gorgeous house ever, and it's really called Highclere Castle.
Castle, correct.
But how do I even think about getting there? I mean, should I take a tour? What's the best way to see it?
There's a lot of ways to go. The challenge is getting there. Right now, they're sold out for April and May, so you can't even book it if you want it. And that's for individual tickets. Now, you could always go with a group that may have pre-booked some tickets and block some space. So there's lots of different options. One, you might want to hop on a Virgin Atlantic flight, go over the pond and experience it yourself, but book your tickets in advance.
Because they're busy.
Yeah, and you can't book them until into June at this point. So there's big demand. I mean, we had 8 million viewers for the season opener, and that's up from 5.4 million of the season finale last year.
This house is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, we're showing pictures of it. It's amazing. It would be a lot of fun to see. What is the best time to travel?
Well, best time is summertime, so you can experience the gardens and all it has to offer. It's on 1,000 acres, so you'd spend time in the garden. You can go in and have tea. You can walk the grounds. It takes about a half a day to really experience it. And we were there filming on location and got to see the inside and the outside with a personal tour by both the Earl and the Countess. It was lovely.
So, I mean, there is an actual family that lives there.
Yes, and it's been in the same family, the Carnarvons, since 1679.
Wow, and some of the stuff hasn't really changed all that much.
It's incredible.
They try to keep everything. Do you fly into London and then...
Exactly, about an hour outside of London. So there's different ways to see it. There's some tour operators. There's a company called Sterling Tours. It's journalists and teachers who want you to experience history by actually living it. So imagine going there and learning the history by experiencing it. And they do things like a little butler school where you can go in and you can become a butler.
I don't want to be a butler.
There's a company...
Can I be the lady of the house? Come on.
Absolutely. So you have Sterling Tours, there's Viking River Cruises.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Viking River Cruises does a Paris cruise, and then what they do is they do a pre or post experience at Highclere Castle. So you can experience the castle with the 3 or 4 nights, and also experience Oxford and some of the other things that make that a special trip.
And Carnarvon Arms Hotel, you say that some of the actors in the show actually stay there.
That's what they tell me. So maybe when you're there, if they're filming on location, you might not be able to experience the castle itself because they'll be tied up with the crew, but you might run into some of the cast. And if you're a big fanatic, that might be just your ticket.
You'd be so lucky. Maybe sit down in the bar in the hotel and you run into one of the actors. All right. So you go with your husband, and your husband's not such a big fan, right? So what can he do?
Well, there's so many great experiences. I mean, you have London right there.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's happening with Great Britain is heritage is really taking off. So people that are going there want to experience the culture, and because of the TV show, this has put a spotlight here. But there's all sorts of other things you can do. You can go to the Cotswolds. One of the things I did was I rented a Jaguar and went out there and drove that through the countryside.
I want to rent a Jaguar.
You know, Jaguar E-Type, old school, right?
Excellent.
And I did that, and the stone cottages, just absolutely spectacular. You stop in these little villages. It was fantastic.
Now you've got my husband's attention. He would do that.
Exactly.
All kinds of things you can do.
Absolutely, and there's things even like the Harry Potter tour that you can take if you're based out of London. So you can jump out to Highclere, and then you can jump out to the Harry Potter studios and experience that. There's a company called Brit Movie Tours that will take you around to different sets, including Highclere Castle for Downton Abbey, so you can experience what the set is like and what the experience is like there. So there's lots of different options to put it together. One of my best travel tips is talk to a travel agent to put it all together for you, because there are so many options.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Somebody who has experience with. Mark, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Great job and great sell. I'm taking notes. Thanks so much.
Thank you.